13 steps on how to quit your job with grace. I'm Chris, this is the Office Survival Guide. I do videos to not just help you survive the office week, but give you the skills to crush it. And in this video, I'm gonna be talking all about how to quit your job. Quitting jobs, it's never easy. It's hard for you, it's hard for your boss. Yes, your boss will probably be hurt, assuming you're a good employee, but in this video, I'm gonna break it down into these simple steps, tell you everything you need to do to quit your job, make it as painless and easy as possible so you can move on to that next opportunity. Oh, and by the way, where am I shooting this video? I'm shooting this video at VidCon. It's the annual conference for online video, and here everybody's talking about how they're becoming full-time YouTubers or full-time social media people. A lot of people here are spending time talking about quitting their jobs, so that's why I'm making this video here today. You'll get to see a little bit of VidCon as we go around to the different steps. Step 1, make sure you really want to quit. Once you start this process, I say there's no going back on it. What are the issues? Why do you want to leave? Is it because you want more money? Well, maybe you should have a conversation with your boss about having more money. If there are things maybe you could solve at your workplace, figure out if those can be solved first. But if you've decided you really want to quit and you're sure about it, then proceed to step 2. Step 2 is to find another job. Yes, step 2 of quitting your job is to have another job. It's easier to get another job when you have a job. When you're unemployed, nobody wants to hire you. So before you go on through this process, accept another job offer someplace else, because you know you have someplace to go to and you can talk about your current job during those interviews. I mean, the caveat to this is, yeah, if you're gonna go be a full-time YouTuber, you're gonna go work for yourself, you're gonna go work for your parents, whatever, then you don't really need to accept that other job offer. But if you are continuing to stay in the workplace, get another job before you quit your current job. Step 3 is to write a letter of resignation. You're not gonna quit with the letter, but you're gonna need this in one of the next steps. So what do you put in a letter of resignation? Basically, you state that you're resigning, you state what your last day at work is going to be, and you state that you've appreciated the opportunity to work for this company. That's it. The letter of resignation should be short and sweet. You do not need to put why you are quitting in this letter. And by the way, speaking of your last date at work, it is customary to give at least 2 weeks of notice before you quit. So from the day you walk into your boss and say, I quit, you should give at least 2 weeks. If you're in like a high up management job, you might want to give 3 to 4 weeks. If you're in a job like professor or teacher, then you might want to think about how do you time that towards the end of the semester or teaching curriculum so that you don't leave the rest of the company in a lurch. This whole process is so that you leave on good terms, because the world is a small place and you never know when you're going to run across these people at some other company or whether you're going to want to go back to that job that you just quit, and so you want to leave on the best terms as possible. Step number 4, come up with your transition plan. You don't really have to write this down, but you need to think about it. Your boss may ask you as you're delivering your message that you're resigning, who should take over your work, or who do you recommend? That could be one person, that could be 5 people, but it's worthwhile having that in your mind so that when you go to the next step and you tell your boss that you're quitting, you can also say who you think should take over your work for you while the company looks to hire a full-time replacement for the position that you occupied. Number 5, set up a time to talk to your boss in person to resign. Yes, in person. The best way to resign is in person, not over email, not over the phone, not by carrier pigeon, not with human resources. You want to meet with your boss in person, and it's best to set up a time. What do I mean by that? Don't just catch them in the hallway, but actually say, hey, I'd like to talk to you about my future with this company today. And they'll generally have an idea of what that means. It'll give them some time to start thinking about processing that. That way, when you have the actual meeting, they're not completely surprised and blown out of the water. You want them to actually be listening and receptive. It will make their mood the best. So when you do actually have this meeting with your boss, what do you say? Just like your letter of resignation, you keep it short, simple, and sweet. You say, I am resigning, this is my last day with the company, and I've really appreciated working here. Depending upon your relationship with the company, you might want to tell your boss why you're leaving, where you're going. but if you have a bad relationship, you actually don't have to. That letter of resignation, bring that with you to this meeting. Once you're done saying that, you can hand your boss the letter of resignation. Then depending upon where you work, your boss may just take that and start the resignation process, or they may ask you to go to human resources and bring your letter there. Now, I know I said do this in person. If your boss is on travel or they're out, it might be acceptable to do it over the phone. If you have a bad relationship with your boss, like a toxic relationship, and your boss is the reason you're leaving, well, then go straight to HR or go to your boss's boss. But that should not be the way you start, only if your relationship with your boss is super awful. Oh, in this meeting, it's also not a time to be negative. Keep this meeting positive. Don't complain. It's not going to do you any good anyway because you're leaving. None of those things you're complaining about are actually going to change. And if your boss asks you, hey, is it more money? What if we gave you more money? This is not the point to start accepting those sort of offers. If that is what you needed to stay, you should have thought about that, number one, and had that conversation first to say, hey boss, I'm really gonna need more money, otherwise I'm gonna start looking for other jobs. By the time you've said, I quit, you're already putting yourself in a really slippery position. And even if they give you more money, they're probably gonna wonder whether you're gonna stay or whether you're an escape artist that's on a slippery slope to be out of this company anyway. So just make this meeting the I quit meeting. I'm going. Thank you very much. Step number 6, don't tell anybody else that you're quitting before you've told your boss and before you've given your boss an opportunity to tell their team and for your boss to tell their boss. Why? You don't want to start office gossip. You don't want to talk to your peers. You don't want to talk to your teammates and then have your boss hear it through someone else. You also want to give your boss time to think about what your transition plan is so that when they announce to the team that you're leaving, then they can also say, hey, Sasha's leaving, Sasha's going to be replaced by this person, or Bob is leaving, and we're just going to gap the position because it's going to take us 3 months to find another Bob. So make sure your boss is the first person you tell. Oh, and in that resignation meeting with your boss, you can ask, hey, do you want to tell the team, or would you like me to tell people? Sometimes your boss wants to do that, other times your boss will be like, I don't really care, you can go ahead and tell people too. Step number 7, once you got the go-ahead to make it public, thank your teammates, thank your mentors, tell them you've appreciated working for them, thank them for everything they've done for you. This is best to do in person. Now, for some reason you can't find them in person between 2 to 4 weeks whenever you're leaving, well, give them a phone call, leave them an email. They'll appreciate that you thanked them and that you let them know you're leaving. You don't want to make it so that your good peers, the way they find out you left is they go by your desk to find out you're not there. Then they ask somebody what happened to you and they're like, Bob? Yeah, Bob doesn't work here anymore. That's not the way to go out nicely and keep good relationships with people that you might run across again someday. The 8th thing to do is keep working until the end. Sometimes when people are resigning or quitting, it's known as short-timer syndrome because they only have a short time left with the company. You don't want to be that person. You want to go out with a bang. You want to work to your last day just like you worked the whole time you're with the company. So that way, when you leave and it's your last day, people didn't think, this person's already quit already, or they're really just a lazy bum to begin with. It's good that they go someplace else. The 9th thing to do is find out about any benefits when you're leaving, how to transfer your 401k, how to continue your health insurance. Make sure you have those conversations with HR while you're still an employee. It will be easier. The 10th thing to do is return any company property. Do you have a company cell phone? Do you have company keys? All those things. Make sure to return those so that they're not trying to hunt you down after you've left. Step 11 is to send out a goodbye email. Do this on your last day at work or the last day that you have email access. Send out this goodbye email to basically all the people that you regularly talk to at work, or maybe even a step beyond that. You'll want to do this by putting them all on the BCC line of the email. In this goodbye email, you generally say things like, hey everybody, today is my last day, or tomorrow is my last day with this company. I've really appreciated working here. I've appreciated working with all of you, getting to know all of you, And then if you want to, it's often customary and good by emails to leave a little note at the bottom to say, hey, if you still want to get in touch with me, here's my personal email address or my personal phone number. Do this so that people actually know you left. And again, to my previous point, they're not figuring it out because they just walked by your desk to find it empty. Step number 12 is to take some time off before you start your next job. Why? You'll start your next job much more refreshed. Make sure you take some vacation. And step number 13 is to watch more videos from the Office Survival Guide before you start your next one. Speaking of being lazy, one video you'll want to watch, it's how not to seem lazy at work. That way you start your next job looking like you're the most productive person there. Well, I won't say goodbye because I'll see you over in this video.